Kungfu Fighting Skills, Wushu Sanda of China. Volume 1. Sanda literally means free hand, and it is the name of Chinese-style free sparring. It is also known as Sanda, or free strike. Sanda has a long history in China and is thriving as a modern competition sport today. There are 3 main methods of attack in modern Sanda. These are Ti, Da, and Shui. Ti means kick, Da means hit, punching, and Shui means throw. These methods combine long-range fighting, short-range fighting, and close combat throws. The influence of modern Sanda has improved the techniques of martial arts, raising their quality, particularly in close-range combat. The formulation of Sanda has made it into a spectacular modern sport that promotes friendship and camaraderie and improves the practitioner's willpower. These instructional videos begin with the basics and gradually teach all of the important techniques of Sanda. Demonstrating here are many of China's top fighters.
Li Shiying,
the professor of the Beijing Physical College.
Wang Shiying
is the best fighter on China's national team. He captured both the World Game and the Asian Game Championships.
Feng Huang
is the 65-kilogram world champion.
Zhang Hesong
is the 75-kilogram North-South champion of China.
Yang Jian
is the 60-kilogram national champion of China.
Fu Peizhao
is the Chinese national minor group champion.
Chen Qingsheng
is the 48-kilogram northern champion of China's North-South championships.
Xue Yuewen, Xue Yuewu.
Both of these brothers are members of the noted Beijing Physical College Sanda team.
Lu Guang
is also a member of that team. Basic techniques.
Quan,
fist. To make a fist, your 5 fingers curl back tightly. Your thumb presses on your fingers. The pocket in your fist, made by your palm, is called the fist heart. When the fist heart faces the ground, it is also called level fist. The pocket in your fist, made by your thumb and first finger, is called the fist eye. When your fist eye faces upward, it is called upright fist. You must always hold your fist tightly. Your wrist must be aligned with your arm and your punch must be level. Basic techniques. Stance. Starting position. Your feet are distant shoulder apart with your weight evenly distributed between both legs. One leg is in front and the other is to the rear. Bend your lead leg a little. Curl your toes as if to grab the ground. Keep your weight evenly distributed. When you stand, your heels lightly touch the ground. Bow stance. Your front leg bent is bent while your rear leg is straight. Your heels lift off the ground a little bit. Your weight is still distributed evenly between legs. The distance between your feet depends on where you can move easily. High empty stance. Bend both your knees slightly. Your front leg touches very lightly. All your weight is on your rear leg. Single leg stance. Lift one of your legs upward and with your other leg straight down, holding the ground firmly. Do not lock your supporting leg straight. T-stance. One of your legs is empty and the other is solid. Both of your knees are slightly bent. The empty leg lifts up a little. The purpose is to be able to move easily and freely. Horse stance. Bend both your legs with your weight evenly distributed. Do not separate your legs too wide. Base the distance between your feet on being able to move freely. Half horse stance. This stance is almost the same as Ma Bu, but your front leg points forward and your weight is more to the rear leg. Crouching stance. Bend your rear leg and straighten your front leg with all your toes grabbing the ground. Kneel down into a low stance. Your upper body must be straight. Footwork. Combat position. Your legs stand like in starting position. Both of your legs form fists with both fist eyes facing upwards. Your front hand is the height of your nose. Your rear elbow touches your body. Stand at an angle, not facing straight. Tuck your chin and close your teeth. Your face and front fists are directed toward your opponent. The purpose of this stance, so you can move freely while maintaining a tight defense that opponents cannot penetrate. Step forward. Your front leg steps forward a half step, and then your back leg immediately follows. Do not make the half step too big. Maintain your upper body posture. Be quick with the step. Step backward. Your back leg step backward a half step, and then your front leg immediately follows. It is the same as the step forward, only reverse. Step upward. Your back leg steps forward so that it becomes your front leg. Simultaneously, your hands change position. Do not wave your body. Remove step. Your front leg steps backwards so that it becomes your rear leg. Again, your hands change positions. Your weight is toward your rear leg. Planting step. Your rear leg steps so that your legs are crossed. After you do a cross step, you have to quickly return to a beginning posture. crouch step. Your left leg steps one step to the left. Your right leg bends down close to your left. At the same time, your right hand punches forward and downward. Your left hand pulls back by your chin. This is used as a defensive movement. Your weight is on your front leg sinking downward. Be prepared to take an offensive position. Lightning step. Your left leg steps to the left at half step, and then your right leg glides back. Simultaneously, turn your body almost 90 degrees. When you do this, you must be light and quick. Changing step. Both your legs switch simultaneously. Strike the ground with both of your legs like a jumping change. Simultaneously switch your fists. Do not jump too high. This would reveal your intention to your opponent. Maintain your upper body posture. Cover step. Step forward slightly to your left. Your right leg steps forward as you lift your left heel. Place your weight on your right leg. There should be no upward or downward movement from your body. Do not step too wide or too narrow. Patting step. Your left leg strikes the ground after moving forward, close to your front leg. Lift your front leg up as your standing leg steps forward a few times. Do not jump up. Just move quickly. Passover step. Your right leg rushes forward one step to strike the ground. Your left leg follows immediately, crossing back over your right leg. In this step, your body cannot shake. This must be fast. Footwork training. One of the most important aspects of training is footwork. In combat, both opponents struggle to keep proper distance. Through proper use of your footwork, you can occupy a better position in order to strike or defend. If you do not have effective offensive defense, then it is only empty talk. Everything is useless. Footwork training has the following methods: self-practice, practice following the teacher's patterns, two-person offense-defense practice, and group practice. Fist method. Left straight fist. Strike the ground with your right leg as your left fist punches straight forward. Your upper body does not lean forward. Your elbow turns slightly inward. Power comes from the shoulder through the elbow. This is a straightforward punch on one offensive line that is usually used as a close distance strike. It can be changed very easily. Its power is that it moves freely. Its weakness is that it is not very strong. By changing it from high to low or from left to right, you can strike your opponent differently. It can be used offensively, defensively, or as feint to change to other strikes. This is the most common offensive attack. In Sanshou, the body is divided into three targets: above the chest, Above the waist, below the waist. When opponents are at a standoff, you can break through with a sudden step forward or upward and a left straight punch. When your opponent advances, you can step to the left, blocking with your right and punching with your left to his head. When your opponent attacks your upper body target area, you can duck and counter with a straight punch to his middle target area. When your opponent attacks with a left hook punch, you can counter with the same technique. Drop into Ma Bu to duck between and punch. When your opponent attacks with a left kick to your body, you can step forward and use your left punch to his upper target area, changing from defense to offense. Before he kicks, you must already be there. Start later than your opponent, but end with your strike first. When your opponent attacks by attempting to grab your legs, you can punch him in the head. When your opponent catches your kick, you can quickly move your body forward and punch him in the head. When your opponent attacks with a left punch, you can block with your rear arm and punch him in the head. Right straight fist. Strike the ground with your right leg and turn your body slightly. Your left hand pulls back to your body. Power is generated from your right foot, passing through your waist, then your shoulder, then your elbow, so it uses your whole body. Return to your guard position by using your waist to pull your elbow back. This is usually used as an offensive strike. It has a longer range, plus more power since you generate power from your leg and waist. In a moment of stillness, quickly advance and strike with right straight punch to his upper body target. When your opponent attacks with a left punch to your head, duck down and strike with a straight punch to his middle body area. When your opponent attacks with a swinging punch to your head, respond the same as before. Duck down and strike with a straight punch to his middle body area. When your opponent attacks with a right straight punch to your head, duck down again and strike with a straight punch to his middle body area. When your opponent attacks with a right punch to your middle body area, use your left hand to block the punch downward and then strike with your right punch. When your opponent attacks with a right swinging punch to your head, use your left hand to block the punch outward, and then strike with your right punch to the head or chest. When your opponent attacks with a right roundhouse kick to your lower body area, use your left hand to block your lower body, and then strike with your right punch. When your opponent attacks with a right roundhouse kick to your upper body area, use your left hand to block your upper body and then strike with your right punch. Left sweeping fist. Turn your body slightly into the punch. Your upper body turns to the right. At the same time, your left fist punches at 45 degrees. Bend your elbow and the heart of your fist points downward. All of your power comes out in this punch. Open your right fist and bring your fist to your face to protect your chin. Your power comes from pivoting your waist. When you execute this punch, your elbow bends. Your elbow is at the same level with your shoulder. In this punch, your body moves horizontally instead of straight forward. You can use a combination of upper, lower, and middle height postures to throw different strikes to target the temple or the waist. In a moment of stillness, quickly advance with a lightning step and punch him in the head. This can only be used to counter a straight punch. When your opponent attacks with a right sweeping punch, duck beneath and punch him in the flank. When your opponent attacks with a left uppercut to your middle body area, block with your right arm and punch him in the head. When your opponent attacks with a left roundhouse, use your right arm to block and punch him in the head. Right sweeping fist. Your right leg strikes the floor and turns inward. Simultaneously, your waist turns to the right. Your right fist strikes outward, then inward in an arc. Retract your left fist and open it to a palm to protect your face. Your legs and waist turns together. Your shoulder, elbow, and waist are all the same level, moving horizontally. If your power comes from striking the ground with your leg, passing through your waist, it can have more impact. Since this movement is longer, you must be sure to make it tighter, avoiding getting too wide. This punch is used more for continuous punches or counter punches. When opponents are holding position, bend down and feint with a left strike punch to bring your opponent's guard downward and then punch him in the head, or use a left feint to the head to bring your opponent's guard upward and then punch him in the body. When your opponent attacks with a front kick to your middle target area, use your front hand to block the kick. Close in instantly and strike with your right sweeping punch to his middle target area. When your opponent attacks with a right uppercut, use your left arm to block and then punch him in the head. When your opponent attacks with a roundhouse kick, Block with your left hand, close in instantaneously, and strike with your right sweeping punch to his upper body area. Left uppercut fist. Sink your weight downward. Your left fist travels from low to high for the strike. Your elbow is bent 90 to 110 degrees with your left heart facing inward. Striking the floor with your front leg and twisting your waist will increase the power of your punch. There is also a spiraling energy from the elbow and adds power to this punch. Proper turning of your waist right and inward moves the power burst out. This is an up and down movement, not straight or horizontal. It is good for a short distance strike to the upper body area or middle body area, specifically the chest or the chin. When your opponent attacks with a left sweeping punch, turn your body to the left and counter-strike with your left uppercut punch to the body. When your opponent attacks by attempting to grab your legs, strike with your left uppercut punch. Right uppercut fist. Strike the ground with your right leg, bending your knees as your waist turns leftward. At the same time, your right fist punches from low to high. Your elbow is bent 90 to 110 degrees. Pull your left arm back. Your power comes from moving your foot and waist in one continuous motion. Your arm spirals inward and outward to gain power. This attack is used the most offensively. It has a short striking distance. You borrow power from striking the ground and turning the waist to increase impact. When used correctly, you can stop offensive throws and have more power. When your opponent attacks with a right sweeping punch to your head, use your left arm to block and then strike with your right uppercut punch to hit any part above your opponent's knees. When your opponent attacks with a right sweeping punch to your middle attack area, use your left elbow to block and then follow with your right uppercut punch. When your opponent attacks by attempting to grab your legs, reverse your legs to open the distance and then strike with your right uppercut punch to the head. Flicking fist. Quickly flick your fist outward and then pull it inward. Throw your energy out and back to get power to your punch. Extend your waist outward, then inward. Before you strike, your left arm muscle relaxes. Then use your chi to push the power out. Hollow your chest. Your power comes from your shoulder through your elbow to your fist. After you strike, pull back your fist immediately. This fist is surprising, explosive, fast, and long distance. Use this flicking fist more often as a feint to be followed up with other striking movements. You initiate with a flicking fist to the head or chest, then quickly follow the padding step and kick. Whip fist. In this right punch, you turn backwards 180 degrees. Pass your right leg behind your left leg as you pull your fist inward to your chest. Your upper body turns continuously 90 degrees. Then your right elbow comes out to whip your fist for the strike as you complete your 180 degrees turn. Turn quickly. You cannot stop. Your posture must be steady, not shaky. Turn your waist. Your elbow follows your waist turning. Your head turns first, followed by your shoulder. This is a horizontal movement. Since this borrows momentum from the turning of your body, this strike is bigger and longer. It is very good for turning from defensive movement to offensive movement, coming out very suddenly by surprise. It covers a bigger area, so there is more space to generate momentum and increase power. When opponents are holding position, execute a left feint. Then turn your body from the right backwards, using a right leg planting step. Strike out with your right whip punch. When your opponent attacks with a left straight punch, your right leg passes your left leg as you turn your body to avoid the punch. Follow with your right whipping punch to his head. When your opponent continually presses you, you act defensive, and then suddenly you turn around to strike with your right whip punch to his side. Fist combinations. Left, right, straight fist. There are two continuous punches. When you pull your first fist backwards, follow with the second punch immediately. When you punch to your right, pull back to your left to protect your chin. Left, right sweep fist. Your left sweep punch should not be too big. After punching, pull your fist back quickly to protect your chin. Left, right uppercut fist. Throw these punches quickly without making your waist turn too big. Again, pull your fist back quickly to protect your chin. Left, straight fist. Right, sweep fist. Throwing your left straight punch and then pull it back quickly. Relax your shoulder. Strike the ground with your feet. Turn your waist and follow with a right sweep punch. Left sweep fist. Right straight fist. Your left sweep punch should not be too big. After the left sweep punch, your right leg follows as you turn your waist. Follow up with a straight punch. Left flicking fist. Turn body. Right whip fist. After your left flicking strike, pull your fist back quickly, then strike the ground with your right leg, quickly turning your body 180 degrees, but watch your balance. Then strike with the right whip fist. Left sweep fist, right uppercut fist. After left sweep punch, quickly pull your fist back to your face and simultaneously turn your waist to the left, then follow with right hand uppercut. right sweep fist, left uppercut fist. When you do the right sweep punch, your body turns left and ducks a little. Duck to collect your power, and then turn your waist to the right for the left uppercut fist. Left uppercut fist, right sweep fist. Your right fist shows no sign of movement. Then suddenly strike with the left uppercut punch. Turn your waist to the left with your shoulder carrying your right fist, then strike your opponent with a right sweep punch. Leg methods. Heel kick. Move your body weight forward so one leg is straight or slightly bent. Your body turns slightly left. Bend your kicking leg. Lift your knee high and kick out. Your heel leads your kick with your power going all the way to your heel. The center of your foot presses down so the power goes to the front part of your foot. Bend your knees and lift high for a short explosive burst of power. This movement is fast and continuous. This kick uses the power from your heel when you kick outward, so when you strike, you press out through the ball of your foot, kick him away, or even knock him down. When face to face with your opponent, you initiate the heel kick to opponent's body. When opponent steps forward to attack, use your heel kick before they strike you. When you and your opponent are in the middle of punching each other, suddenly bend your knee and use your heel kick to separate yourselves. When your opponent attacks to your head, block with your fist, then strike with your heel kick. When your opponent strikes with a kick to your upper body, block with your hands and return a kick at the same time to push him away. When your opponent attacks with a stab kick, use your heel kick to counter, striking his leg to his middle part of the body. When your opponent attacks with a side kick, before he can kick, block it by using a heel kick. When your opponent attacks with a reverse hook kick, strike with a heel kick to block it. Before he executes the kick, you kick his back, hips, or upper leg area. You initiate as he turns his back. Back heel kick. Left back heel kick. Turn your body backward and leftward. Bend your knees and your hands to cover your face. Bend your elbow and drop downward. Your right hand covers your head and left hand bends elbow and drops by your side of your body. Right leg stands straight or bends a little to support your body's weight. Lift your left leg from curling to extending. Your front foot points downward and your heel leans outward. Your power goes all the way to the heel. Right back heel kick. Turn your body backward and rightward. Both your hands are in fist placed in front of your chest. Your left leg is straight or slightly bent to support your weight. Lift your right leg, turn backward, and strike. Your heel leads the kick. When you turn backwards, turn your head first. Hook your kicking leg upward with your toes pointing downward. Your heel strikes first. When you kick, you must tighten up your waist muscles and watch your balance. The nickname of this kick is the tiger tail kick. Its advantage is that it is misleading. When you turn around, your back is to the opponent, then suddenly you kick. Direct back kick. When your back is to your opponent, strike with a direct back kick. Planting, step, back heel kick. When you have a little more distance, cross step to close the distance and kick his chest. Whip, fist, back heel kick. Turn around and strike with a whip fist to his head. Follow up with a back kick to his chest. Back heel kick to counter a straight punch. When your opponent attacks with a left straight punch, turn right so your weight is on your right leg. Lean back to avoid the punch and kick to his middle target area. Back heel kick to counter a sweeping punch. When your opponent attacks with a sweeping punch, block and turn your body to strike him with a heel kick to his middle target area. Hook kick, back heel kick. Attack first with a hook kick to his shin, then follow up immediately with a back kick to his body. This concludes part 1 of our Sansao series. In part 2, you will be introduced to kicking techniques: the stamp, roundhouse, crescent, hook, sweep kicks, and more. You'll learn how to combine leg and fist techniques for effective fighting combinations. You'll also learn the jewel of Sansao, throwing techniques along with conditioning methods, combat drills, and more. Both tapes together form a complete training series that prepare you for the world of Sansao fighting.
DC Media brings you the finest demo and instructional videos from Tiger Claw and Kung Fu Magazine.